Good day. You're welcome to Politics and Politicians on Okyogun Multimedia Television. My name is Emily Dolly, and today we would extray the politics in Oyo State. We will be looking at the happenings in the past as far as power rotation is concerned in Oyo State. And in the studio with me today, I have gentlemen. Before we go into the program proper, let me call the elderly people in the studio with me to introduce themselves.
Thank you. I'm Engineer Olaifa Dauda, the convener, chairman for ẹgbẹ́ àjọṣepọ̀ fún ìtẹ̀síwájú gbogbo wa.
I'm Pastor Fifo Adewoye. I'm the General Secretary for Ẹgbẹ́ Àjọṣepọ̀ fún Ìtẹ̀síwájú Gbogbo wa.
All right, we've been monitoring the happening, and we could observe that you are floating an association. Could you please tell us what your association is all about? What do you stand for? What do you stand to gain, and all of that, gentlemen?
Thank you, presenter. We floated this association about 4 months and some days ago, precisely December 12th, 2024. That was when we floated the association. And it was floated based purely on rotational government, and in particular, governorship to be shifted to Okeogun Ibarapa zone of Oyo State. That is the main vision of the association.
Lofty ideas, lofty ideas. So, how do you intend to go about this equivalent task? I call it equivalent because it has happened in the past before. So, what do you intend to do differently this time around? I would like Pastor Favor Adewoye to respond to that question.
Thank you very much, the presenter. We call it a Herculean task, and we agree it's an Herculean task. And this is not the first time such a movement has happened. And we really want to appreciate people that were behind this kind of association in the past. People like Dr. Shegun Ajuran, Dr. Bello, and Alhaji Agba, and many other people that I cannot mention their names here. They really tried their best. It is the ashes of what they did that we are packing together to continue. Because when you talk about movement, it has a long span. Some people in the past may not be able to accomplish what they set out to accomplish, but that does not end the struggle. Now, how we intend to go about this is to mobilize the people. That's number one. Mobilize our people to know how important it is. Now, this is Oyo State project. It's not about one region. We have 5 regions in Oyo State, and everyone is we are all stakeholders. So whether 3 local government, whether 11 local government, whether 4 local government, whether 5, so we are all stakeholders. And when it is like that, this thing's supposed to shift. So we need to appeal to the politicians, the people, and everyone involved that time has come for power to begin to move. It will move from one region to another, from Ibadan to Okeogun, Okeogun to Ibarapa. That's how beautiful it is, because that is what is being practiced in other places.
I would like to put this to Engineer Dauda Olaifa. Is there any lesson which you have actually learned in the past, and which you really want to correct this time around? Is there any lesson?
Definitely, there are lessons to be learned. In fact, that's the essence of history. We have the history of the previous engagements towards achieving this, which has not, it didn't fail. It only hibernated. It was uh, it was dormant. It's not extinct. The previous engagements. Now, because it was dormant, we have now activated it, and we are from the lessons that we've learned, the previous lessons from previous engagements, we have decided to do it the other way, because we can't be doing something the same way and expecting a different result.
Absolutely, I like that part. We can't be doing things the old ways and be expecting a different result. That's correct. Now, I want to ask: are you people into active politics? Because politics is a dirty game, they say, and of course, it is a dirty game. So, how do you intend to traverse the precarious nature of politics? Are you people politicians? So, how do you intend to go about this task before you?
Thank you very much. Let me first correct. Politics is not dirty. It is the people that plays politics that are dirty. I used to have that notion in the past until God corrected me. You know, God will always use a platform to do whatever He wants to do on earth. And politics is the only platform. There's politics in the home, there's politics in every community. So everybody is a politician in one way or the other. But we are not all partisan politicians. Because our interest in this is because whatever politicians do, that the partisan politicians, whatever they do will affect everybody. Now, if President Tinubu said today that in Isheyin local government, people should not come out between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, people must not come out, because if they tried, they will know what it means. That is the power of politics. So it affects everybody. It affects the animals. It affects the atmosphere. It affects the land. That's how powerful politics is. So that's why we are interested. We are not partisan politicians, but every decision of politician will affect us. So we must show interest.
Okay, we have two major, or let me say, the predominant political parties in Nigeria. Do you have any relationship with these political parties? Do you have, or let me say, do you have any favorite? Do you have any favorite between these two political parties? I would like Engineer Dauda Olaifa to respond to that.
This association is non partisan. We are not partisan at all. So we adore all the political platforms.
All right. Do you think politicians would, like to relate with a pressure group like your own? Do you think they would like to relate? Then don't you think, uh, as a result, it could finally, lead to you settling down to accepting the position of deputy governor in your state? What's your take? What's your take on this?
Thank you very much. We appeal to politicians in all the regions to like us and listen to us, because we are not pursuing our selfish interest. What we are pursuing is how things supposed to be done. There should be equity, there should be justice, there should be equality, there should be fairness. So if all those things are not in place, which are not in place now, that's why some people are crying that they are marginalized, they are discriminated against. It's because there is no equity. So politics, no matter how we look at it, those fundamentals must be taken into consideration. It must be taken into consideration if people see that, and that's what in religious parlance we call righteousness or unrighteousness. Righteousness is not a religious thing. No. It's about uh, doing the right thing. If things are not done right, then there will be pains, there will be problems. So we want to do things right. And that's why we are talking about rotational governorship that will accommodate justice, fairness, equity, and equality of all human beings.
Let's assume these two political parties, that is the APC and the PDP, do not give you Okiogun, the people of Okiogun and Ibarapa, the tickets. What do you intend to do? Are you trying to consider another political party if at the end, the two political parties do not give you the ticket?
Definitely, if the two major parties will not give us a ticket, we are surely going to go for another third party.
Do you have the financial capacity?
And in terms of on the issue of finances, let's leave that to God. The finances will come.
I want to appeal to APC and I want to appeal to PDP. We have stated clearly that we are not, we don't love one party than the other. What we are looking for is the party that will give ticket to our regions. So if they give it to Okiogun, because we begin this struggle, we are asking for rotational governorship. And it will affect everybody. Everybody will begin to enjoy it, just like they do in Osun State, they do in Ondo State, they do in Ekiti State, Kwara, Kogi, even Lagos. Everywhere they are rotating it. And all these states came out of the Western region. And this is the central for Western region at that time. So we appeal to the two parties to consider, so that we will not be thinking of going for third force or third party. But like my chairman said, if at the end of the day it happens that they don't consider us, then we'll mobilize ourselves to go for the third force.
I think apart from Okiogun and Ibarapa, other regions are also interested in power rotation. Do you think they are interested in ensuring that the power comes to their side as well?
Every region is interested. I'm telling you, the speed by which this agitation, or let me say pressure group, is going about it, we are getting across to all those regions, even including Ibadan. So everybody is willing. Probably Ibadan may be a bit reluctant, but then we are going to convince them. And I'm sure at the end of the day, they will be convinced.
Right. In all this, have you tried to consider the voting strength of Ibadan?
Yes, we are very, very aware that the major voting strength lies in Ibadan. Ibadan. Okay. Meanwhile, let me now analyze what you are saying. Ibadan has 11 local government areas, and Okiogun, in combination with Okiogun, has 10, and Ibarapa has 3. Oyo has 4, Ogbomoso has 5. So let me go by the 2023 INEC voters register, INEC voters election result. But by the time we compute it, we find out that Ibadan, the votes that came from Ibadan is 52% of the total votes. That from Okiogun is 20. That from Ibarapa is 3. That from Oyo is 6. That from Ogbomoso is 9. By the time you compute all those things, you will see you'll be having 100. Now, let me now go to further analysis. Ibadan that has 52% votes. Ibadan, by virtue of its being a cosmopolitan town, cannot but have such a figure. Meanwhile, by analysis, the percentage of the indigenous voters is not more than 30-35. I want you to look at that analysis. So it is very, very better, very good, advantageous for us to have synergy with Ibadan itself.
Wow, all right. Let me direct this question to Pastor Faithful Adewoye. Are you people really ready? Are you that united? As in, talking about people in terms of how committed, how loyal they could be to their political parties, for instance, to their religion, for instance. Someone from Okiogun could be that loyal to his or her political party by accepting any candidate that his or her political party presents. And, on the other way around, someone who is so committed to his religion could say, in as much as I'm a Muslim, whoever is a Muslim candidate will be the person that I will vote for. And someone could say, I'm a Christian, whoever is a Christian will be the person that I'm going to vote for. So, are you that united? Are you that ready? Are you not divided along political lines and religions?
I want us to capture other regions. Yes, okay, but I want us to also talk about other regions because, like I said, it's an Oyo State project and it's for the good of the state. It's not for the good of one region alone if power begins to rotate. Now, to answer your question, let me tell you frankly that unity, as you have talked about, is in every place, and disunity is also in every place. You will see people having issues among themselves that will cause disunity. It's a natural thing. So if there are human beings in Ibadan, that means there will be disunity in Ibadan too, like it is in Oyo, in Ogbomoso, in Ibarapa, and everywhere. Okay, why I've said that is what is making us to think that Ibadan is homogeneous and is united is because of just one thing. Party A, APC, will give ticket to Ibadan. Party B, PDP, will give ticket to Ibadan. So, whichever way you look at it, Ibadan will win.
Head or tail.
Head or tail. So, if we try that with Ibarapa, it means Ibarapa will win.
Definitely.
If we try that with Okiogun, it means Okiogun will win. Try that with Oyo, it means Oyo will win. Try that with Ogbomoso, it means Ogbomoso will win. So what are we talking about unity and disunity? Yes, we know everywhere you have religion, people will fight. Everywhere you have political parties, people will disagree among themselves. Even community to communities, that our people call it townism, and people will disagree. It's a natural thing. Now, let them push the ticket, the two tickets, or even one ticket. You will see how united people can be in other regions too.
Now, all right, let's go to the aspect of candidates. In politics, when it comes to election, when it comes to winning election, it's very important to present a candidate that has street credibility, a candidate that would be generally acceptable, a candidate who has a good record. In Okiogun and Ibarapa, do you people have such a candidate? A candidate who has a good record, who is confident, who is presentable, who is highly intelligent that could rule Oyo State come 2027?
Everywhere that you have human beings, You have people that have values, who are respected on the streets. Mention their name. There's no place you don't have that. Except it is not God that created us and God is partial. And God is not partial. If God is not partial, it means He created people of value in different places. So if you ask that, are they in Okyogun? Are they in Barapa? Are they in Oyo? Are they in Ogbonmoso? They are there just like they are in Ibadan. So there's no monopoly of people with street value and acceptability. There's no monopoly of that. You have not even tried people. You can't say they don't have electoral value or they don't have acceptability. You have not tried them. If you have tried them, then you will know what they can deliver.
Now, let me direct this to Engineer Dauda Olaifa. You know, when it comes to politics, politics requires huge amount of money. Um, Politics requires staggering amount of money. And there is this saying that if you don't have like a billion, even more than that, to spend like you are spending chicken change, don't move close to contesting. This is what people say. I've heard someone mention something like that before. So, do you people in Okyogun and Ibarapa have that kind of money to spend? Do you have that billions to spend, like you're spending chicken change, to in order to present a candidate that would win a governorship election in your state come 2027?
Okay, Ogun is not poor. They may be wretched as in terms of development, but we are not poor. If we don't have people in the country, we have people abroad. And actually, we are in contact with our abroad indigenes on this project. And everybody is ready to open up and then spend the much that is needed to give an Okubu son or daughter the governorship candidate, governorship position.
You're talking about money. I will also answer you the way I answer you. Money is not a monopoly of one region. Honestly, God gives people means. But when we talk about funding politics, do you think those people who have become governors in the past, they single-handedly funded it? It's a group of people, and if a group is not sufficient, we can crowdfund it.
Hmm.
This is what we want. We want power rotation. This is what we love. So 1,000 here, 2,000 here, 3,000 here. If it's crowd, becomes money. So if things come to that level, I assure you that money is everywhere. No governor can tell you that he single-handedly spend the money except they will tell us lie.
Hmm.
Like I said earlier, that politics is a dirty game. It's more than playing draft. It's more than playing chess. It's more than playing football. Now, I've been wondering if the two leading political parties in Nigeria give your candidates, or let me say, give tickets to candidates from Okyogun. How are you going to do it? Is that not going to be a kind of an approach to still win the election? And coupled with the fact that there is this possibility that people from Okyogun and Ibarapa will be divided along political parties, in as much as they could be confident that they already have tickets from the leading political parties. Is it not going to resort to a kind of going behind the back to choose another political party and uh, give them support massively by other regions?
Like my partner says, in fact, I used to also agree that it's a dirty game. Because by the time I ask somebody to define politics for me, he defined them in terms of uh, those naughty ideas, lying, theft, even to the extent of killing.
Manipulation.
So manipulation and all those kind of, that's how he defined politics for me. But then I can see that, just like he said, it's the people that are making it like that. Now, to go directly to the point, let all parties give us ticket, and we will not fight over it. Now, to now narrow it down to the two main parties, if they give us the ticket, we know how to go about it, and everybody will play his part the way he should play it. Whoever comes out victorious, becomes our governor. So I think that is the issue. You cannot even why won't Ibadan fight over all those tickets that they brought to them?
What's the apprehension
Ibadan
about?
got 4 tickets at a time, 5, 6 tickets, but you won't hear any quarrel.
Okay.
So that's the same way we are going to handle it.
Lastly, it is conspicuous that the agenda or the mission of Ẹgbẹ́ Àjọṣepọ̀ fún Ìtẹ̀síwájú Gbogbo Wa is to ensure power rotation in Oyo State. Could you please highlight or mention the importance of power rotation to Oyo State in particular? How is it important to Oyo State, perhaps in terms of peace or development and all of that? Could you please say one or two things about this?
If power begins to rotate from one region to the other, that will give us equity, it will give us justice, it will give us inclusivity, fairness, and all of these, unity, and all of these will bring about peace in the land. That's one. Two, there will be even development. Now, development will not be centralized in one place. We are crying in other places, not only Okugu, not only Ibarapa, everywhere that the hand of government has not reached properly. The potentials are there that can be harnessed. So if government begin to rotate, then we tap into potentials. Look at the land, fast land. If we really get involved in agriculture, I tell you, job creation will be easy. People will not be looking for jobs again. You understand? Insecurity problem will solve, because if people have jobs, they have work, they create wealth. Who will be carrying guns? Who will be pursuing all manner of things? So cumulatively, is very good if power begins to rotate.
When we talk of rotational governorship, every region has its own potentials. For example, Okeogun Barapa has some resources that are yet untapped. We have mineral resources. Though mineral resources is a federal thing, but the initiation comes from the state, which means if the state is serious about exploiting the mineral resources that is in our area, they will get the engagement of the federal, who will, do the paperwork and all those things. And we have vast resources over there, minerals, which is untapped. That is one. Just like he said, 60% of Oyo State land is in Okeogun, only Okeogun. Then if you add that of Ibarapa, it's going to about 70 or so, or 75. So that is a vast land that potentially will be able to use to fund, to energize agriculture. But we are not doing it. The little bit that is being brought to Oyo State is what they are calling food baskets. The little bit, I've called it little bit because it's not up to 10% of the land that is being utilized for agriculture. What about the rest 50%? So this, by the time power shifts, Those are the kind of advantages that we will have in Ogbomosho has its own potentials too. The same thing with Oyo. So this will bring out the potentials of all other zones. And what would that translate to? That's the benefit of the whole state. So I think that is the addition that I want to make.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, my daddies in the building. It has been an amazing conversation with you on politics and politicians on Okyogun Multimedia Television. My name is MD Dolly, and I believe when we invite you next time, you are definitely going to come. All right, viewers at home, thank you very much for staying tuned to Okyogun Multimedia Television. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. If you are watching from YouTube, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are watching us on Facebook, please follow our page on Facebook. I promise to be bringing you updates. Thank you and bye for now.